What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another video. So the topic that I'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to why black men tend to date outside of their race. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really honest, right? So whatever I say in this video, just take it as the honesty, take it as the honest truth. Don't feel offended. But if you decide to feel offended, I can't hold that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just being real from both my experiences and from what I've heard from people that are around me, right? The real reason why black men tend to date outside of their race, AKA not dating black women, right? And I'm saying a decent amount, not everybody, but the reason they tend to do this is because most black women, right, especially here in the United States, tend to gravitate towards black dudes that are from the hood, right? If you have hood in you, or if you are from the hood, those are the types of men that they are attracted to, right? Black women especially, right? But if you are a black dude and you are not from the hood, number one, or number two, have a tremendous amount of height, you have to be over 6 feet, right? Most black women prefer men that are tall. So number one, you have to have some type of hood in you, or you have to be from the hood, right? And display that in the way that you talk and the way that you walk. And if you're not tall as well too, they tend not to be gravitated towards you. They tend not to be sexually attracted to you because that is what turns them on, right? Even when I was going through high school as well too, most of the black women that I went to high school with, or most of the black girls that I went to high school with, weren't attracted to me. And that's because I'm not from the hood, right? The one thing you have to understand is that I'm not from the hood. I mean, at times, like I said, I can act like that, if that makes sense. I don't know. But like, where I grew up, I didn't really grow up in the hood. I grew up more in between like the suburban settings and the urban like hood area, you feel what I'm saying? So I don't really grew up in that setting, to be honest with you. So it's like, I kind of grew up around kids that were like people that were from that area and people that weren't from that area. So it was like a mix for me. So I didn't really portray that as much, right? Unless I hung around my friends that were from the hood and did that, then from there, that's different. But that wasn't really who I was growing up, right? So that's what caused them not to be attracted to me as much, right? But the one thing that you have to understand is that what black men are going to do in this situation is that if we feel we're not getting attraction from black women, right? Especially us being the same race and we should be sticking up for each other and stuff, we're going to go to other races that are going to like us for who we are, right? Or like us in general. Because the thing you have to understand is that you can never truly know what somebody's intention is when they like you, unless you try as much as possible to find out by the way that you act and by what you ask them, by picking their brain. But most people won't fully come out right and tell you. So you have to pick their brain for you to really figure out their intentions. And even at that, that's even challenging within itself, right? But the thing you have to understand is that about most black men in this situation is that they are going to go to different races of women that are going to appreciate them and want them. And the thing you have to understand is that there are black women that will see this and will feel like black men don't like black women, or black men are not attracted to black women, right? Also known as black love, right? You don't see black love as much. But the thing you have to understand is that it is you guys not appreciating the black men that are not from the hood and don't display that hood like character, that hood attitude, is especially the people who are, like I said, are not really from the hood. I'm not really from the hood as much. I can't really say I'm from the hood. I had friends that were from the hood. I was more from the suburban area, so I wasn't really from the hood. I wasn't really around that environment that much, right? So when you're not really from the hood and you don't display those characteristics, you're not really hood. You're not hood at the end of the day. So if I'm not hood, bro, and the women that are my race, right, are not attracted to me, I'm going to definitely make sure that I go to another race of women that are going to appreciate me for who I am, right? So that's how most black guys think. And that's why some of you, or a lot of you, think that black men are not attracted to black women. But I'll be honest with you, at least in my situation, right? I'm for sure attracted to black women, and a lot of black men are attracted to black women. But the thing you have to understand is that in this situation, when you have a preference and you make your preference known, you're already limiting the amount of guys that you can already have interactions with because of how high your standards are. And the thing you have to understand about guys is that guys are going to go somewhere where they're appreciated and are going to stay away from the places that they're not appreciated, right? That's the one thing you have to understand at the end of the day. That's the way that male nature works. We're going to go where we are appreciated and where we are taken seriously, aka women that have high interest in us. And the women that do not have high interest in us are the women that we are going to stay away from, because all they are to us is dead weight, right? Because the thing you have to understand is that a woman that has high interest in you is a woman that's willing to do anything for you at all costs. But a woman that does not have high interest in you is not willing to do anything for you. And all you feel like you're doing is literally begging her to do the stuff that she should be wanting to do for you in the first place if she had high interest in you. That's why I advise you guys as much as possible, you need to mess with women that are for you, right? But I'm not saying that at the same time as well, too, there aren't certain black women that have not found attraction in me, right? Because the thing you have to understand is that this video doesn't apply to all black women. But does it apply to most? Yes, it applies to most, but not every single black woman, right? Because I can't generalize. The only thing you don't do is generalize, because at the end of the day, when you generalize, you put everybody in the same category. You have some anomalies, right? We have some people that don't fit that description, right? You're going to have certain people that don't. But at the same time as well, too, you don't categorize every single person and say, oh, this is not why. That's why I specifically said that this is from both my experiences and what I've experienced growing up, right? In more of the suburban setting, or in between suburban and hood or urban, right? And dealing with what other people have told me. So it's like you take those two things, and then from there you make your own assumptions and you hear what other black men have to say. And that's honestly the truth. So my thing is that, right, to the black women, right, the more you can appreciate black men for who they are and understand that just because they're not from the hood or just because they're not tall doesn't mean that they don't have things to offer to your life, or things that you might have that you can offer to their life, you're going to see more come into your life if you can just lower your standards, right? A lot of you guys have your standards so high, and you place your standards so high that you already eliminate half of the black men because they're not fitting within that category or fitting within that description. And then from there, you ask yourself and you wonder why a lot of black men are not dating black women. It's because your standards are too high. That's one of the things, right? And then another thing is that a lot, right, are too dominant. A lot of black women as well too like to act too strong and just don't like to be submissive to their man. And the thing you have to understand is that there's going to be a lot of men that are going to succumb to the dominance of black women as well too. But the thing you have to understand is that if you don't act submissive to your man, if you don't have high interest enough to be submissive to him and listen to everything that he tells you, right, you're going to cause the man to lose attraction for you. You're going to cause the man to not want to be in a relationship with you, or not even want to talk to you, or not even want to have anything to do with you in general, right? A relationship will probably be at the highest step. It depends on what the guy is looking for, right? Some guys are looking for a relationship. Some guys are just looking to talk to you. It just depends on what the guy is looking for. But this is going to cause him to not want to do either one of those two things with you, because you are trying to be the man in the situation. You're trying to act masculine. The thing is that I told you, when it comes to the topic of the man that's masculine, when you're a man that's masculine and you embrace your masculinity and you come across a woman, in this situation, a black woman who's also displaying some type of masculinity, that's going to cause you to draw yourself back from her. You're not going to want to have anything to do with her because she's acting out of order. She's not acting submissive. She's not acting feminine towards you. And that's going to cause the guy that's masculine to want to step back, right? And then the flip side of that, let's say the black guy in the situation is feminine and he comes across a woman that's masculine. That's only going to cause the woman to lose attraction for him because of the fact that she knows that she's acting the way that the guy is supposed to act. And she likes that. Why do you think I said that black women like hood dudes? Because they display that masculinity. They display that masculinity. That's what they're attracted to. So when she's displaying that, she obviously got that off of her imprint, which is the hood dude who gave her that masculinity. You guys think that black women developed this masculinity off of nothing? No, they got it from the dude that imprinted them, from the dude that made them get watery down there, from the dude that they are sexually attracted to, right? That's the one thing you have to understand. But the thing that you, at least black women in this situation, that you have to understand is that for black men, we are going to go places that we are appreciated. So if we don't fit your description or we don't fit your category of men that are from the hood or men that are tall, I myself, I can consider myself tall. I'm 6'1", but at the same time as well too, I'm not hood. You feel me? We're gonna go places where we feel like we need to go. But at the same time as well too, do I still prioritize black women? Listen, bro, I'm black. I love black women, but I'm obviously gonna still want to be appreciated by the people that I want to appreciate. But that's just to give you an insight on why black men tend to go outside of their race, right? So, like I said, if you want to see men, especially black men in this situation, stay more with you guys, you have to lower your standards, right? Or you need to be more accepting in general. And men in this situation, if you want women, right, at least black women to see you more like that, even if you're not from the hood, you just need to be on your dominant, masculine energy, bro. You need to embrace who you are as a man. You need to look at yourself in the mirror every single morning and embrace your aura. Embrace your aura. Be proud of who you are as a man and do not accept anything less than who you are. Real talk. Because even if you're not from the hood, I promise you, if you display some type of masculinity in the way you talk, walk, and act, there is no reason why black women would not want you, all right? So if you understand, at the end of the day, it's because you're woke. But if you do not understand, trust me, you're not woke. This is gonna be the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with all your friends, family, you feel what I'm saying? Share this message to the black community, share this message to everybody that wants to hear this message, that honestly needs to hear this message so we can continue to grow, right? Subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS, and make sure you tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. More bangers are coming down the way, and we'll catch you in the next video. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.